Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited. Today is our first day of learning online and we're going to have so much fun in the next few days. Over here I have some friends. So I tried teaching on my own and it was so boring not having anyone with me. So I found these old friends from my cupboard and I thought they could join us. Over here we have Timothy. I'm going to put Timothy over here. Then we have Sam. Sam's going to go over here. And then we have Chuckles. Okay, Chuckles is going to sit over here. So, every day I would like you guys to make sure that you have your book with you, your blank book. Sorry, mine is a bit messy because it's an old book that I had. So your blank book. If you don't have a blank book, you can just use white paper that you might have at home. Or if you only have lined paper, you can use that. That's perfectly fine. But for the way that school sets out our work, we're going to use our blank books if you guys have them. Okay? Also, if you guys have your letter charts, I did put them on Google Drive. And they are there if you guys want them. So I'll add a link at the bottom. Ask your moms and dads to just get that link. And then even if you can't print them, if you have to use it on your computer or on the phone, that's fine as long as you can go through your alphabet. I also have my number chart with me every single day. And I make sure that I count until 100 every single day. And I look at my numbers properly. I look at what it starts with, what it ends with, so that when I go back to school, I can tell you that 53 is a 5 and a 3. Okay, yes, okay. Then I have a little glass that's got all my stationery in it. Now, it's okay if you guys don't have a whole bunch of stationery with you. As long as you have a pencil. If you don't have a pencil and your mom only has a pen for you to use, that's fine. Pencil. I have a pair of scissors for when we do crafts. You don't need to have that every single time. That's fine. A ruler is really, really helpful. Now, if you don't have a ruler, what you can do is use a book. And then you use the line part of your book as a ruler. But you can't use the book that you're using to write with because you need another book so that you can make the lines in your book. Okay. Then I've got some twisties. I love my twisties. Some color pencils. And I've also just got some extra cookies. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them, but they're there just in case. Okay. So to start off for today, we are going to do our shape song. So for our shape song, remember, I sing first and you copy me. Are you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Circle, no sides. Oval, it's like an egg. Square, 4 sides. Rectangle, uneven sides. Triangle, 3 sides. Diamond, rhombus, starlight, star bright. Hexagon, 6 sides. Pentagon, it's like a house. 3D shapes are fat, not flat. A cone is like a party hat. A sphere is like a bouncy ball. A cube is like a dice you drop. A cylinder, a can of Coke. Okay, that was fun. So, I didn't have my shapes from class. And I was so sad because there was no way that I could show you guys the shapes. So, all I did, I made myself some little shapes. I added on faces and I've got some shape friends to have with me every single day. Isn't that fun? Okay, now let's get our alphabet chart out. And if yours isn't colored in, I'd like you to please color it in for me. So mine's all blank today. And for tomorrow, I'm going to make sure I come to school, YouTube school, with my page colored in. If you don't have colors, again, that's fine. You don't have to worry about it. But if you do have colors available, you are welcome to use them and make your work as beautiful as you can. Okay? Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to first go A for apple, B for ball. And then we're going to go through it without saying apple, ball. And we're going to make sure that we know each and every letter. Okay, let's go. A for apple, B for ball, K for cow, D for dog, E for elephant, F for fish, G for girl, H for hand, E for ice cream, J for jar, K for key, L for leaf, M for moon, N for net, O for octopus, P for pig, Q for queen, R for rug, S for strawberry, T for train, A for umbrella, V for vase, W for wheel, X for xylophone, Y for yo-yo, Z for zebra. Okay. I think that when you guys see this, it's the opposite way around and it looks a bit back to front. So it is better if you are looking at your own one or at one on your screen, not this one, okay? Let's go again without saying the picture. So we go A, B, K, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, A, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, well done. Now, I'm not going to count with my counting chart with you guys, but I want you guys to make sure that you go from 1 to 100 forwards, and then you're going to put your finger on number 50. 50, remember, 50 is your 5 and 0. 50. And then you're going to go backwards. Okay? And then from next week, we're going to go again, practicing counting in 2s. And the week after that, we're going to do counting in 5s. That's big, eh? 5s. And I know you guys can count in 10s, so you're going to practice that, okay? Let's actually do 10s together. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, isn't that cool? We can all count in 10s. Can you count in 10s? Okay, so the school told us that we are going to be doing the letter K today. Do you guys know any words that start with K? Awesome! Okay, so we have can, Coke, cat, candle. I have a candle over here actually. It's a bit melted, but here's my candle. Okay, so just think of all the words that you can think of that start with K. Now, does king start with a K? With a curly K? No! King starts with the kicking K. Okay, so remember, the letter curly K can be confusing sometimes because some words sound like it starts with a curly K, but it actually starts with a kicking king. So today we are focusing on our curly K. Okay. So in your books, you are going to fold it over. So remember, we hold our books. So this is the open part. We fold our books like this of one page. It goes all the way to the top. If you're struggling, please ask your parents to help you. Try and make it nice and even. And then when you open it up, ta-da, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do, just to make it easier for you guys to see, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to take my pencil, my nice sharp pencil, and I'm going to draw the lines. Now, do you need to draw the lines? No. But if you feel like it's going to help you and make you see the lines better, then you can draw the lines for yourself, okay? Just make sure that you do use a ruler so that your lines are nice and straight and neat, okay? So I've got my lines over there. I don't think you can actually see them. I'm gonna redo it with the cookies. See, I told you I was gonna need my cookies. Okay, so I make my lines nice and neat. These cookies actually have a scent. That means I can smell them. It smells really yummy. Okay, so I've got my line. So we know that every day on the top line, we write the day. Yes. And what day is it today? It's not Monday. Today is Tuesday. Yes. Okay, so we're going to write Tuesday, and then we're going to draw 3 whole lines of curly curl. So when we write Monday, I'm going to use my twisty now because I like using twisties for this part of the work. If you don't have twisties, that's fine. You can use whatever it is that you have, even if all you have is the cookies, okay? But please, if you do have twisties, use your twisties. You can use your color pencils. That's fine, okay? So I'm going to write Tuesday. Okay, so I'm going to turn. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put this over here so you guys can kind of see and write Tuesday. Tuesday. So it's a T, A, E, S, D, A, Y. And if this doesn't work, what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-record this on my laptop so that you guys can see which way it goes. Okay, now that we're all ready, I'm going to move on. And I'm going to, in one line, my first line after the day, I'm going to write my curly curl. I'm going to change my color. I'm going to use pink now. And remember, we need to try and fill this whole space with our curly curl. So I'm not going to write it really small. I'm going to write it nice and big and fill the line. So when I make a curly curl, it goes there, up, down, and back. Okay? Then before I go again, do I start right here? Why? Yes, I need to use my finger spaces. So I'm going to take 2 fingers, put it there, and we go. So that we make sure we have a nice space in between. Now remember, if you are left-handed, you might struggle with your finger spaces like me. It's really a bit difficult to move your hands and cross over. So if you are struggling with that and you don't have your ice cream stick with you, all you need to do, put your finger there, try and imagine the space, and then you move your finger away and you write your letter. Okay. Now I'm going to write the rest of my curly curls in the one line. I'm not moving on to the other line yet. Ta-da! Okay, it's a bit untidy because I was rushing. Please make sure that your work is super, super tidy. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to look at your line and see which line you think which curly cup you think was the best. So I'm going to look at mine and I choose the first one. I think the first one I did was the best. See? Okay? And you put a little tick, okay, to say, that's right. I use my red cookie to say, that's right. And then you look and you see, okay, which one doesn't look like I did it the best? I think this one. It went a bit skew and it's not very tidy. So what we're going to do there is we're going to make a cross to say, that's wrong. And I'm going to make a small little cross. Just to show that I'm marking my work and I know I can do better. Okay, now for our next line, we're going to do another row of curly cup. And now we learned, we saw how we made mistakes. We saw how we can do better. And our second line, is it going to be better? Awesome. I'm going to take another color. I don't need to use pink again. If I want to use pink, I can. But I'm going to use this lovely brown color. Okay, and I focus. Make my curly cuff. Then I use my fingers, okay. And I go all the way till the end of the line. Ta-da! Okay, now you guys make your curly cup in your second line, the actual third line, but the second row of curly cup. And try your best. Make sure you try your absolute best. And what I'm going to do while you guys are doing that, I'm going to look at my curly cups in this row. I'm going to see which one is the best and give that one a tick. And the one that's not so good is going to get a cross. Okay. This time my last one was the best, I think. So that one over there looked the nicest. And then when I was looking, I saw that with this one, I went over my line. Am I supposed to go over my line? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a little cross. I'm going to make a little cross and I'm going to take my same red cookie and I'm going to draw a circle around that part. So I draw a circle around the part where I went over my line. So that I can remember, okay, that's why I made a mistake. That's why it doesn't look so good. Okay, so we're just looking at our mistakes, we're trying to figure it out, and we are being our own teachers and marking our own work. Okay, now I'm going to start on my last row of curly cup, and if you guys are ready, you can start as well. I'm changing colors again, and I'm going to use green. And now I focus. I remember I don't make it too big like I did last time. I just try my best to make it perfect. Let's go. All done. Okay, now for the last time we're going to go through our work in the last line. We're going to put a tick by our favorite one and a cross by the one that we don't like so much. Now if you are a real superstar, maybe you see that there isn't one that you don't like so much. And if there isn't one that you don't like, you don't have to put a cross. If you're just awesome and you're perfect and they're all awesome, that's great. Give yourselves a kiss on the brain. Okay, so if you look at mine, I have a cross over there, a tick over there. And now I'm done with my work. And I think that even though I might have made some mistakes, I'm still learning. And I'm going to be a superstar soon. So what I'm going to do is next to this curly cup at the end of my page, I'm going to make a little smiley face to say, well done me. Everyone say, well done, me. Okay, awesome. So now, what we're going to do is we are going to write our words that start with curly K. Okay, we went through some words already. We've said can, cat, can, cake. Okay, think of all the different words that you can, and then what we're going to do is we are going to write our words in our books. So if you guys have already done all the work that the school communicator had, and you have your curly K, and then on the other side you have your numbers, that's perfectly fine. All you need to go is go to the end of your pages where you're done with your work, and then you're going to do what I'm doing. If you're doing the work with me, awesome. All you need to do is turn your page over, and then we are going to work on this side. So if the work is here, we're working on this side, not this side. We're working on this side. Okay? Those of you that already have your work and you've got your number 1 here, you've got your letter A here, then you have your number 2. Just go to after your pages, and then on the next clean page, you're going to do what I'm doing now. Okay, so get yourselves ready. Make sure you have your ruler or your book, your nice pencil. I'm going to use a Koki again so that you guys can see what I'm using. I mean how it looks. I'm going to use a green Koki. So all you do, you can ask your mom or dad to help you with this part if you need to. All you're going to do is in the middle of your book, you are going to make a line going straight down. So it will look like that. Line going straight down. And because your page is folded already, there is a line that they just need to go over, or that you just need to go over. But I remembered to use my ruler. Okay. Then we take our ruler again and kind of we find the middle of our book sideways, and we draw another line. And make sure to close my Koki so it doesn't get dry. So you have a line going this way and a line going that way. And we have 4 sides in our books. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to give you guys some time. You can just do that quickly. If you need more time, all you need to do is press pause, and then we'll carry on. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to write the word at the bottom of each little space. That's the bottom of this space. That is the bottom of this space. This is the bottom of this space. And this is the bottom of this space. Okay. We're going to write the words and we are going to draw a picture. Okay. So I'm trying this out while I do it in my book for you guys today. If it doesn't work so nicely, then tomorrow what I'll do is I'm going to record it on my computer, and I'll do it on my computer and show you guys how it works there, and maybe you guys will be able to see it a bit better. So if it is a bit funny and not looking so great today, please just be patient and we'll do it better tomorrow. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a twisty. Actually, I'm going to take a Koki. You guys can take your twisty or your writing pencil. I prefer writing with our writing pencils, but I'm just scared that you guys can't actually see it nicely when I write with a pencil in my book. So I'm going to use a Koki, and then we're going to draw, and once you're done drawing, you can color your work in. Okay. So I'm taking my Koki, and the first word we are going to write is cat. Cat. How do we spell cat? K-A-T. Everybody? K-A-T. K-A-T. So in my mind, I think, okay, K-A-T, K-A-T, K-A-T. And I remember, okay, I know how cat looks, and if I forgot, I can find it on my letter chart. So I take my letter chart out, I look for k, I look for a, I look for t. Okay, so we can always work with what we've got. We can always make sure that we can figure out our work and be the best superstars that we are. Okay, so I found it on my letter chart, k, a, t, and I'm going to write it out. K, a, t. Now, each of those letters I could hear in the word. So that means that I can spell it out. K, a, t, k, a, t. My k looks a bit funny, so I'm actually going to fix it. K, a, t. It still looks a bit funny. Please make your k nice, so then mine's not the best. I don't think I learned from my mistakes. Okay, then on top of it, I'm going to draw a picture. So I'm going to draw first and then color in later. Okay, so when I make my cat, I'm going to make a round face, a triangle nose, a cute little mouth, some dots for eyes, triangles for ears, and some lines for whiskers. Now, my cat, I have a real cat. I don't know where she is. Her name's Milkshake. I thought she was going to come visit and then I'd be able to show you guys a cat. Cat, 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 cat. Okay, now if you need some more time before you carry on, all you need to do is press pause, and then when you're ready, you press play again. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next word. The next word I'm going to write is cake. Cake. Actually, not cake. Let's write can. K-a-n. Can. K-a-n. Can. K-a-n. Can. Now, I remember what a k looks like because I just wrote it in the last word, in cat, a curly k. So I make my curly k. Then I think, okay, the next letter, k, a, n, a, again, just like in cat, a, for apple. I can write a, so I write my a. My next letter is N. Everyone say N. Now, I can't remember what a N looks like. Do I just give up and leave my work because I don't know how to do it? No, what can I do? Yes, my letter chart. Okay, let me find N. I don't remember what it looks like. So I find it. I find N for net over there. I remember how to write a N. A line up and down. And I wrote the word can. Can. K-a-n. Can. Okay. Then I'm going to draw my can. So when you draw a can, I'm going to show you guys over here. When you draw a can, all you need to do is make like an oval shape. You can't see it. So you make like an oval shape. Then you go down, down, and a line. Okay. Then we've got a kind of can. You can put a label on it if you want to. I'm going to make this can be called beans. I'm sure we've all got lots of beans stocked up in our cupboards at the moment. If you don't know, ask your mom to show you the beans. They're there. So we've got our can of beans, or you could have a can of Coke, or a can of chickpeas, all those different things that you might have in your cupboard. Okay, so I'm going to draw my can in my book now. I've shown you guys how to do it. Try, remember, there's no such thing as I can't. Okay, there's only I can try. Yes. Okay, in my book I'm also going to make this called beans. If you want to write something else on your can that's not the word beans, ask your parents to help you spell it. To spell beans, it is a B, E, A, N, S. I'm going to do that again. To spell beans, it's B, E, A, N, S. Okay, if you want to write the word Coke, you can write Coke. Maybe you've got a can of Coke and you want to write that. That's perfectly fine. Okay, the next word we're going to write is cake. Now, cake. Cake. Cake is a bit of a tricky word because it has a magical letter. A magical E. So the magical E makes the small A sound like a big A. So it's not cack, it's cake. 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 Okay. So we write our curly K that I remember how to write. Cake. A. Yes. I make my A. Then I have a K, K, K. But this K is a kicking king. A kicking king. I make my nice neat kicking king. And then I remember, okay, the A turned into A, so I need a magic E. Everybody, the A turned into A, so I need a magic E. Let's do that again. The A turned into A, so I need a magic E. Okay, so when I say E, am I talking about E for igloo? I'm talking about E as in E for elephant, the letter E. E. Okay. Cake. K, A, kicking king, E. Okay. I'm going to draw my cake. I'm going to draw it nice and beautifully. And my cake is going to be on a plate. And it's so yummy. And I have candles on it. I think I should make some cake today. Okay. Remember, we're not coloring in now. We're just drawing now. You'll color in afterwards, okay? Curly K, A, kicking king, E. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to pause for a bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to write our last word that starts with curly K. Okay? So even though we only have 4 words that start with curly K, we remember that there's so many words that start with curly K. Some other words that start with curly K are carrots, clock, car, camel. Let's see what else my phone says that I can't think of right now. The word circle even starts with a curly K, even though it sounds like it starts with a S. It starts with a curly K. Cabbage, cone, cup. Ooh, this is a mug, but we can pretend it's a cup right now. Okay, So the last one we're going to write is the word car. Car. Now car sounds a bit funny. I don't even know what sounds it sounds like it's making. Car. Car. But I'm going to use my lovely thinking cap. Oops, which I didn't put on, by the way. I'm going to use my lovely thinking cap, and I'm going to make sure that I try my best to spell the word car. Now, what does car start with? Yes. Okay. So we write our curly cup. Then it has a. And then the funniest sound, which I can't even hear, is rrr, rrr. So in English, we don't say kar, but it's the way it sounds, even though it's like Afrikaans. Okay, so car is ka-a-r, ka-a-r. Make sure you write more neatly than me, okay? Then I'm going to draw my little car. Now, I struggle to draw cars. I struggle so much. So I'm going to get a picture on my phone and see if I can. Nope, that picture is too hard. I'm going to try and draw myself a little car. Okay, I have a place for wheels. And now notice, I'm not saying I can't do it. I'm just saying I'm struggling. But I can always try. I can try. Okay, so my car looks a bit funny and I don't want to show you guys how it looks, so I'm not going to. Okay, I will, but it looks funny and you please don't laugh at me, okay, my little kitties. Okay, so we have our little car. I'll practice drawing a car this whole day, and then tomorrow I will come back to you with a better car. I will. Okay, so we've done our 4 letters, we've worked through our shapes, we've worked with all the letters of the alphabet, and we've practiced writing letter K. Okay, the next activity I want you guys to do, but you guys are going to do it alone without me, is on the next page, this page here. After this, you're going to fold it over just like we did for our letter curly K. We're going to fold it over and you are going to write today's day. Today is Tuesday. Remember, just like we wrote it before. If you need the spelling, all you need to do is go to your old page from your letter curly K, see how it's spelled, write Tuesday, and then in the lines, what you are going to do is you are just going to write the number 1. Number 1. So remember, let me just show you guys this quickly. When we write the number 1 in school, our number 1 doesn't have any funny heads. It doesn't have funny feet hanging onto it. Our number 1, all it is a line and stop. A line and stop. A line and stop. Now, do I write it all on top of each other and I don't leave any spaces? And I just make lots and lots of lines? What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line and stop, 2 finger spaces. A line and stop, 2 finger spaces. Okay, so you're going to make sure that your work is nice and super neat. Okay, and parents, if you see that your child's work is super neat, I want you guys to please give them a nice smiley face in their books. And if you see that it's not so neat, you can give them a straight face. And if you think that, wow, this work is not good enough, my child could have done better, then you give them a sad face in their books. Okay, so when we work, remember you're going to have the day up here. You're going to have a line and stop. A line and stop. 2 finger spaces. Okay, so you're going to focus. You're going to do your best. Okay, tomorrow after our lesson, I'm going to be reading a story for you guys. And we're going to have fun. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.